from Vine to open his account for the club after a big Beresford goal kick had been flicked on. He coolly created space for himself inside the area and calmly slotted the ball, intercepted a pass 25 yards from goal and burst through before confidently striking the ball into the bottom corner. A fine individual goal. Play to Keith Keane on the right. He crossed for the head of Steve Howard, who placed the ball into the corner of the net beyond Arjen van Huysden. It was the 8th consecutive game for the Hatters. In record, Sol Davis won the ball on the left-hand side and found Steve Robinson, who in turn slipped it into the path of Kevin Nichols. The skipper decided to go it alone, and that 25-yard shot passed.
Morgan Smith tries to run at McCann, and he is quick, Morgan Smith, when he gets going. He's got a start to the season, 4 goals in 5 games. And he did well there. Watkins, this is Lawless, who likes a shot from distance, and he's registered another one. Alex Lawless with an absolute...
Back to Priest, he really hammered it in and it was deflected. And Luton have got the goal that will surely mean a place in the final. In the first place, hammered that in, it was a little flick, and it's a black. This is Priest. Long ball in from Grimes towards Harper. Whoops. What a mistake that was, and Gregory was justified to profit from it. A complete misunderstanding.
Period of extra time left as Danny Wilson takes on the defender. Tries to get it onto the left foot for the shot. Ricky Hill picking it up now. The little cross coming in, a flick on by Weatherly. And Harper's in there for Luton Town. Two Luton players going for that one, but they get it all right to Wegley. Played to Harper, played on to Ricky Hill. There's the counter-attack. A brilliant goal by Ricky Hill. And that almost certainly will put Southampton out of this little one. Getting clear of everybody. And a venomous strike.
Paul Underwood won a corner which Robinson planted on the head of Howard on the far post, and although Provitt got a hand to the ball, he couldn't stop it crossing the line. 6 minutes into the second half, Luton doubled their advantage. Some neat work down the left allowed Sol Davis to tee up Vine, whose stumping shot was beaten away by Provitt, but only as far as Berkovic, who tapped home from close range. Into the score sheet after coming on as a substitute. He picked the ball up in his own half. His attempts to find a teammate failed when the ball struck a Hartlepool defender, and it fell nicely into his path as he skipped his way through the defence before rolling the ball beyond Provitt for the Hatters' third. 11 minutes into the second half, Luton halved the deficit when Paul Underwood appeared on the right-hand side and curled a delightful effort beyond the outstretched hands of goalkeeper Gray and into the net via the upright.
Play, and they strung together a succession of delightful passes before Dwight Marshall waited for the incoming Scott Oakes to finish the job off. Marshall at his best when he's out wide, Oakes at his best when he's coming in. 1-1, Luton would have...
Aye, Kim Grant did well. He played a nice ball, and just at the bottom of the picture there, Rufus is playing him onside, and Thorpe takes it on, and from the angle that we were sitting at here, we were terrific angle. We were facing that ball, and it definitely got deflected, and it was definitely missing.
Problems were neatly encapsulated in a minute's play midway through the first half against Gillingham. Steve Davis put Luton ahead. That's the good point. Their leading scorer last season notching his 11th this year, though Gillingham keeper Jim Stannard may find this goal uncomfortable viewing.
When he turned Foley's cross in with a scissor kick to win the game for Luton. A typical finish from the Croatian. Moves to Ashton Gate, where the town were awarded a free kick in the 33rd minute, and Underwood drilled the ball towards Chris Coyne on the far post. Vine recovered possession for the Hatters and slipped the ball back to Underwood, who looped the ball up to the far post. Coyne was still forward for the set piece. The Foley cross that Phillips had initially punched clear. The ball back into the box was low and hard, and at the near post, Enoch Shawunmi got in front of Matt Hill to score a late winner for Luton. No wonder he went behind the goal to take the congratulations. Just only 2 minutes. They were unable to clear the ball after a spell of Luton pressure, and Rowan Vine was on hand to turn the loose ball in from close range after a drive from Peter Holmes had been rewarded with a goal. Although he could only watch as his shot after a gritty run was kept out by Davison, Vine was again on hand in the right place to turn the rebound home from close range.
But despair turned to delight for the Hatters in the second half. Andrew Fotiadis, brought in specially to add firepower up front, did precisely the job his manager had picked him for. And the Ipswich gloom deepened in the first half of extra time with a header from Luton defender Steve Davis, which would have made any striker proud. It was anything but. The final whistle was about to blow when Richard Wright's mistake led in Marvin Johnson for a rare but precious goal. Luton 5-4 aggregate winners, Johnson the unlikely hero, with the opening goal scorer Fotiadis.
Much to the relief of manager Lenny Lawrence, Luton rediscovered their scoring touch at Kenilworth Road with a 3-0 win over Blackpool. A hat-trick from Tony Thorpe gave Luton their first home win for 7 matches. They're still 18th in the second division, but they have good reason to believe that they can make a serious push for the playoffs. They're just 5 points behind 7th placed Oldham, who are their next league opponents.
Gambled everything going forward, however, and the 10 men did fashion a typically well-made goal. John Hartson knocks in Julian James' cross. But the
found substitute Kurt Nogan in the penalty area, and he was able to make space for a cross which gave Hartford the easiest of goals. About 2 feet out, that one. 24 seconds left. Again, Kurt Nogan, the man to set up the chance, but this time the finish more spectacular.
Knocked in for Gray. It's a poor clearance. And away goes Mark Pembridge. Can he get a good cross in? Hartford! Oh, what a goal! Gray went for it, Hartford went for it, but...
Strong, and to make Hartford's early goal after Steve Redmond's mistake was no more than they deserved for dominating most of the first half against Manchester City. A bit of sterner stuff than that, and was soon ahead again. John Dreyer getting forward for the corner. So, 2-1, and it was end-to-end stuff.
First away win this season. David Priest did well to keep the ball in play. And then league debutant Jamie Campbell and Brian Steen both had chances before Telfer made it third time lucky. The first league goal of the 20-year-old's career.
And with 10 minutes to go, the goal that made it a very happy Christmas for Luton. Substitute Scott Oakes crossing, and this time Hartford made no mistake. 1-0, and his goals could just get Luton out of trouble.
Black again. Oh yes! Crisply struck.
Alert. Priest. Oh, Winterburn's in trouble, and Ian Dowie has got it in. It will be so much better for that. Breaker is away behind Adams. Black's in the centre. Black's there. He's scored. And here's Brian Steen. Joby, Hill and Harford in the middle. And Harford! He's done it again. Greece so busy in this opening phase of the match. Harford and Steen completely unmarked. Clean in at Lukic. And he scores again.
Out of winning League Two, it's hard to imagine Northampton Town really fancied a local derby cup tie against conference opposition. And sure enough, they were undone 10 minutes from time by Luton substitute Adam Watkins, a lifelong Hatter.
Cambridge still 1 up at Lincoln in the other game. Goal from Carew in the first half, still separating those two sides. Jamie Hunt trying to break the deadlock here, lifting it in towards O'Connor. It's a lovely weighted ball. He leaves it, and there's the breakthrough. And it is a full debut goal for Tommy